in this lecture, we'll see how and where we can use the rate stretch tool. Okay, so here's a clip that we have. I'll just play it from the beginning. You can see the girl is throwing the snow first, and then the boy is throwing the snow. All right, but what I have dropped here in my timeline is a clip, a small portion of that clip where just the girl is throwing the snow, and before the boy is starting to throw the snow, you can see that the next clip plays. What if we can bring in both the girl throwing the snow and the boy throwing the snow into that small space? Typically, if we have to bring it in, let's say I'll push it up so that you can see what's happening. And we can use the ripple edit tool or even the selection tool just to pull this over so that we can have both the boy and the girl throwing the snow. But this just increased our timeline, right? So it just increased the content that we have in the timeline. What if you just have this small space, but you want to have all this content? That's where we can use the rate stretch tool. Now you'll find the rate stretch tool inside our ripple edit tool. If you press and hold, you will see rate stretch tool there. The shortcut key is R. Now with this tool, I can shorten the clip, meaning that the space that it takes in our timeline, but we can still have all that content inside. Now, if I just play this back from the beginning, you can see the girl is throwing the snow and the boy is throwing the snow just before the cathedral video, right? So if I just undo a couple of steps, bring it back to the same way it was, if I play it now, you can see only the girl is throwing the snow, and before the boy starts to take it, goes to the next clip, right? But if I use the rate stretch tool and shrink this here, watch what happens. I can shrink it to half distance, and then I can just pull it back by using my selection tool. And now we have the same space, same amount of space in our timeline, but if I play back, I have both the girl and the boy throwing the snow. But, so how did this happen? How is it possible to bring more content into a smaller space? What changed is the frame rate. Okay, so earlier when we played here, you can see that it is playing like a slow motion video, right? Yeah, that's the slow motion video. But here, it's quite faster, right? So what changed is the frame rate. The video is being shrunken into a smaller space, but all that frames that was there is still existing. So that's why it is faster compared to the way it was before. Now, let me take a small video clip, which is actually recorded in a high frames per second. Okay, so here's the clip. So if I just right click on this and show you that if I go to the media file properties, you will see that it is frame rate is 199.91, which is equivalent to or close to 120 frames per second. Okay, and our timeline is 25 frames per second, which means that we can, it's basically kind of like 4 times the slow motion. Okay, so what do we do here? Let's just double click on this to bring it into our source window. And from there, I can just play this back. So if I play this back, you'll see that it plays in real time, right? There's no slow motion here, but it has 120 frames for every second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start from here, not too much, maybe from here, and I'll just mark in, and just there I'll mark out. Okay, I don't need the audio, so I'm just going to bring in only the video. Okay, so I'll bring it and I'm going to place it over here. And you can see it's almost the same size, right? So let me just push these guys a little bit away and we can just work on this clip. If I play back here, still it is not a slow motion video, it is a normal video, but it has 120 frames per second inside this clip, right? So what I can do here is I can actually use my rate stretch tool and just click and drag, okay? And now you can see that it plays at approximately 25% speed. Okay, so now you can see that that video is actually playing in slow motion. There you go. All right. Now, one other thing that we can do is we can also have a combination of real-time playback and slow motion playback, right? So how do we do that? Let's say I'm going to start from somewhere here. Okay, so from here I want slow motion. Before that I don't want the slow motion, right? So I'm gonna cut this. I can use my keyboard shortcut C, or I can use my razor tool here and click on this one. And the clip that is before this, I want to make it into real time. So what I can do is I can either use my rate stretch tool just to pull it off like that. Okay, or I can also use right click and choose speed and duration and mention 100% here as well. So both of them will do the job. Okay, so, and I also want to decide where I want to stop this. So let's say the moment she lands on the ground. So again, I'm going to cut here. I'm going to bring this over here and make this also 100%. There you go. I can just bring this over here and just right click and ripple delete just to bring everything back into its place. If I just play this back, I'm going to make it a little bigger so that you can see what's happening here. Okay, so there you go. That's normal. There's slow motion and again normal, right? So we can have these kind of custom speed for each of those clips.